Today coming up on this channel we've got a high-end PC build based on a Ryzen 9 5950X. We've got AI coolers, radiators, fans, RGB, we've got all that good stuff coming up. Hi and welcome, I'm Simon, this is MilloTeck, a brand new channel. I'm here to help you make better choices in tech today. If you find value in this video, give it a thumbs up, it really will help the channel to grow. If you want to support the channel even further, hit that subscribe button, click that bell icon for further notifications and for future content. Right, without further ado, I think we need to head over to PCPartPicker, where I've got my list of parts for this PC. And as always, all the items that I mentioned in the video will be in the description below. Let's get into this. Here we are in PCPartPicker, and as you can see, it's fairly straightforward. My pro tip would be get yourself an account straight away. Therefore, you'll be able to save your build. At the present second in time, you will not be able to if you're not signed into an account. So anything you build in System Builder, which we'll head over to in a second, you won't be able to save within the website. So once you've got yourself an account, follow this through and then we'll get straight into System Builder. Right, System Builder. I've got one part in there at the moment, which is the chip that I've actually got for my build. And it was quite simple to do. If you just go into choose a CPU cooler, gives you a list of options that you need to go through, select the one that you want to go into, and it's as simple as that. You go to add, goes into your list, and as you can see at the top, we've got compatibility, no issues at the moment with just these two parts, and we've got estimated wattage. So at the moment, even straight off the bat, you've got the program helping you in your build. Estimated wattage, you've got your compatibility issues with the parts that you've picked. So what I'll do now is I'll just head over to my saved part list, and there it is. Powerhouse build, raw power. Right, so I've got the list of parts here that I've saved. Now if you go into if you've done this yourself and you've got your saved parts and click edit part list, it will take you back into that window we first looked at when we click System Builder. Right, so we've got a whole lot of parts here. And yes, straight away you can see red warning, compatibility warning. So all to do is you go into see details below, give that a click, and now you can see some of the warnings on the parts that I've selected. So the only real sort of potential issue that you can see within this build at the moment is that the ROG Strix X570 motherboard that I've picked needs a BIOS update, which if you don't know how to do a BIOS update, I'll do a further video of how I've done my BIOS update, if my motherboard requires it. If it doesn't, I will still make a video to show you guys how to make life simple in your build. Now, tall heat spreaders are just parts that will go onto your RAM or your NVMe .2 drives for easier thermal dissipation of the heat. And all it's saying is the parts you've selected, it can't determine if there's enough room inside the box for everything you've picked. So you just need to be aware. It's pretty straightforward and it's something to look at while doing your build. So if I scroll further back up, you can see my estimated wattage. Now it's all estimated, and yeah, it seems to be on the bit of a low side for me, 559 watts. My graphics card that I've picked, which was the RX 6800 XT. It's the Nitro Plus. On the box it said 850 watts minimum. Now the estimated wattage is something that I will take this figure and I will apply my own calculation to it. So it will give me headroom on the, if I further upgrade anything, and it'll also, so the power supplies itself isn't stressing out. So I would normally times it by 1.5 and then plus 100 watts. Now I've actually picked a Be Quiet 1000 watt straight power 11. Platinum is certified as well, which is, they're all ratings of efficiency, and I'll link the power supply and all these parts in the description below, and they will be affiliate links with no cost to yourself, but it will help support the channel further. So as you can see, we've got AMD Ryzen 5950X, the ROG Strix X570 gaming motherboard. Now the G-Skill Trident Z RGB 32 gig. Now that was a purchase I made from Newegg. I had to get that imported in from America. I couldn't get the actual ones that I wanted here in the UK. These are a particular module because they have Samsung bead-eye chips on them, which it may not mean things to some people, but some people it will. It's just saying to me that these chips are more overclockable than some of its counterparts or cheaper RAM. So, and that was it. It was just something that I wanted to do for this build. If I choose to up the clocks on there, which I may do, it will be a future video as well of the timings, the clocking, how to overclock your RAM, and that's something that I'll do. We've got NZXT Cracker T63, fantastic AI cooler. It's got an uploadable GIF on there, so you can put a picture on it, you can put in an animation so you can see it on the pump housing. So it's absolutely fantastic. Samsung 97 Evo Plus 500GB M.2 NVMe. I think I will upgrade this to a 980 Pro 1TB in the end, but to get the build up and going I will just use this 500 gig at the moment. There'll probably be some performance gains if I upgrade. We've covered the Sapphire Radeon graphics card. It's basically the stock 6800 XT with higher core clocks to begin with, so it's running slightly quicker straight out of the box. All of these items going in the Be Quiet Pure Base 500DX. I'm hoping it's all going to fit, as we've got some Corsair radiators, a 360mm radiator going in the front. We've got the Kraken AI cooler going at the top, which is a 280mm radiator. Then we've got the IQ series fans going in, RGB, good stuff. The 120s will go on the front radiator. Two 140s go at the top and one 140 will go at the back, and the silent wings that are already in the case will come out. All of this high-end build to power my monitor. It's a fantastic, ginormous, ultra-wide monitor from Samsung. It's the Samsung Odyssey G9 Neo. It's 49-inch, 240 Hz at 1 millisecond response time. It's massive. It's down here in a box, ready to come on my desk. And yeah, that'll be, once we get everything in place, once I've got my PC up and built, the monitor on there, we'll have a bit of a walkthrough of how I've started the channel, the parts that I've used, which I'll put in the description as well, and just some niceties that's made my life a little bit easier with my start of my channel. Further down you can see the parts list history if you're interested in that. Once you've got your PC build together, go down, have a look at the history. To be honest, for me, I'm not really that bothered about the history. I just want to put the thing together. It's been such a long time. I am chomping at the bit. So I think part one has been covered quite nicely. That's PCPartPicker in a nutshell. We'll do future content and more in depth of PCPartPicker, but to be honest, it's pretty straightforward. Coming up in the second part will be the PC build itself, with all these parts being put together in a step-by-step process which you can follow along. And to be honest, if you're just building a PC yourself, you can probably build along, and most of the components will be the same: the RAM, the CPU, how to thermal paste, that sort of thing. Right, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and please make sure you look out for the second part of this video. Take it easy. Thanks again.